Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is Chapter 3, The Northern Mountains. In this chapter, we are going to study particularly about the Himalayas. You are going to find a lot of new information about Himalayas in this chapter. Now let's start. First of all, you should know what do the northern mountains include. This we have studied in the previous chapter also. In my last video, I included it. So, the northern mountains include the Himalayas, the Karakoram Mountains, and the Purvanchal Range. All these three mountains together, or you can say collectively, are called the Northern Mountains. And you know it very well that these mountains are in the north of our country. Now, in this chapter, as I have told you, we are going to study about Himalayas. So, first of all, you should know about the location of Himalayas. I am showcasing a map in front of you. See the map carefully. In the north direction, you can see the Himalayas, which are also called the northern mountains of our country. So this region that you can say Jammu and Kashmir and this Ladakh, Leh, then Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, all this region is covered by Himalayas. So in conclusion, you can say that the Himalayas extend from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, which covers a distance of about 2,500 kilometers. And you all know Himalayas are the world's highest mountain ranges. And many of the high peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Annapurna, all these peaks lie in the Himalayas. So this is the complete location of Himalayas. You can see it, watch it again and again, that it lies in the northern direction of our country, and it includes the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir till the state of Arunachal Pradesh, covering the distance of 2,500 kilometers. And these are the world's highest mountain ranges, and lot of high peaks, many high peaks lie in these Himalayas. Now I'm going to tell you more about the Himalayas location you have studied. Now we are going to study about the Himalayas and its three ranges. The first range is called Greater Himalayas, which is also called Himadri. The second is Middle Himalayas, which is also called Himachal. And the third range is called the Lesser Himalayas, which are also called Shivaliks. So the complete range of Himalayas is divided into three ranges. First range, the Greater Himalayas; second, Middle Himalayas; and the third is Lesser Himalayas. Now I am showcasing this through a map. Look at the map carefully. The light blue color is showing the first range of Himalayas, that is Greater Himalayas. Then the light purple color is showing you the Lesser Himalayas, and the a little bit dark purple color is showcasing you the Lesser Himalayas, which are also called Shivalik. So these are the three ranges of Himalayas. Now I am going to tell you a lot of information about each range of Himalayas. About all these three ranges we are going to study now. Take the first range, which is called the Greater Himalayas. See the map. The purple color line which is being showcased in this map is your Greater Himalayas. Avoid all other, because this was the correct picture that I can showcase you through the Greater Himalayas. which is also called Himadri, as I've told you earlier. So this purple color line is showcasing you the Great Himalayan Range, or you can say Himadri Range. This range is having certain features that I'm going to tell you now. Now, the Great Himalayan Range are also called Himadri. I have told you this. Second, in this range, you will find lot of glaciers. Glaciers, you understand? Very huge mountain of ice. And from these glaciers, many rivers originate like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, Yamuna. All these rivers originate from the glaciers of Himalayas, because glaciers are nothing but the big mountains of ice and snow. So slowly and gradually rivers come out from them, originate from them. So lot of glaciers you will find in this Himadri range. These mountains are always covered with snow. Whatever mountains this range is having, each and every mountain is covered with ice and snow throughout the year, because they are at the height, they are at the top, and at the top climate is always cold. So every time, or you can say throughout the year, they are covered with snow. And many high peaks of Himalayas are lie in this range only, in this great Himalayan range only, like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Annapurna. These are the examples of some high peaks of Himalayas which lie in great Himalayan range, or you can say in Himadri range only. Now I can showcase you some of the peaks through this small map. Look at it carefully. Mount Everest has been shown, which is on the border of Nepal and India. Then Lahost Peak, then Macau, Annapurna, Dholagiri, all these Nanga Parvat, all these are the high peaks of Himalayas which lie in Himadri range only. Now just look at the picture. These are the glaciers, or you can say these such high mountains which lie in the Himadri. You can see in the picture they are always covered with ice, and see the river is originating. The river is starting from here. So this range is having a number of high peaks plus glaciers from which rivers are coming out, or you can say rivers are originating. Himadri is famous for the glaciers and the rivers originating from them. Now we are going to study the second range, which is called the Middle Himalayas. These mountains are also called, or this range is also called, Himachal. Now do not confuse it with the state of Himachal Pradesh. That is different. This range is also called Himachal. Now they lie to the south of Himadri, as I have told you in the map, make you see in the map earlier. It lies below Greater Himalayas, so you can say they lie to the south of Himadri. And the mountain in this range are lower in height. They are not as high as the mountains in Himadri. They are comparatively smaller. And this range is famous for many hill stations. Lot of hill stations on which we also love to visit during our summer break, like Shimla, Nainital, Mussoorie, Dharamshala, Kufri, Manali. All these hill stations lie in the Himachal range of Himalayas. This range is also very much popular for the tall trees of pine, deodar, fir, and oak. You must have seen these trees when you have visited any of these hill stations. They are in plenty over there. If not, whenever you get the time, if you go to these hill stations and take a look such a long and tall trees of pine, deodar, fir, and oak. I can showcase you some of the hill stations in this map. Take a look. So this map, a smaller clipping of this map is showing you different hill stations lying in the Himachal range. It is there, Bhimtal is there, Almora, Nainital, Mussoorie, Shimla, Manali, Ranikhet, Dalhousie, Dharamshala, so many of them. They all lie in the Himachal range. So Himachal range is famous for the hill stations. Now just see, take a look. This picture is showcasing the mountains in Himachal which are covered with forest of pine, oak, fir and deodar. So such high mountains are there which are covered with forest, and they are having fir, pine, oak and deodar trees. So this is our middle Himalayas or the Himachal. The last range of the Himalayas is the lesser Himalayas, which are also called Shivaliks. Now, these are the southernmost and the lowest range of Himalayas. First is Himadri, then to the south of it is Himachal, and then to the south of Himachal, Shivaliks lie, or you can say lesser Himalayas lie. This is the lowest range. Its height is very less as compared to Himadri and Himachal. The height of the mountain in this range is quite less, so it is called lowest range of Himalayas. Now the slopes of these mountains are always covered with thick forest, as the slopes of Himachal, of mountains in the Himachal also covered with thick forest. Similarly, the slopes of these mountains are also covered with thick forest, but they are having very rich wildlife in them. So these forests you can find a lot of animals like cheetah, tiger, all such animals you can find over here. And the last feature of this range is that the southern part, the lower part of this range of these Shiva lakes is called Terai region. Okay, the lower part of this range is also called Terai region. So these are some of the features of lesser Himalayas, or you can say Shiva lakes. Now I'm showcasing you this Shivalik range through a map. Just